さて2月7日でしたかね、ゼップ大林東京でコンサートを行ったヘイルストーム、素晴らしいコンサートでした。もうリズィ・ヘイルの圧巻の表現力、そして4人のバンドのシャープな切れ味、びっくりしました。随分成長していましたね。今日はリズィとジョー2人のインタビューご覧ください。ライブバンドがライブできない苦しみってちょっとそのファンには分かりにくいんだけども、なんとなく分かる。リズィ、それはどういう苦しみなんですかね。
Playing live music has always been an extension of who we are. It's more than a career choice. It's more than something that makes us money. In fact, we never think about that still after 20 some years of doing this. But so to have that taken away from you, to have that stolen from you, a part of you is missing. And it's also, this is our source of happiness. It's our, what you call our drug of choice, and you can't fill that hole with anything else. So, and believe me, we tried.
Yeah.
Beer doesn't do it. No. There's nothing that will replace that. So it was hard, but what a relief when we finally were able to play live again. But I'm telling you, the first show we had back, I was so nervous. And
butterflies.
But the butterflies, I always get a little bit of butterflies still, but it's like
butterflies turned into hawks.
Yeah, but like these butterflies started like when we were doing sound check. It's like all day, like, oh my gosh, we're doing a show. Do I remember how to do this? So yes, so it's beautiful to be back here in Japan and finally be able to do the rock show.
だけど全然またニューアルバム戻りますけども、非常にやっぱり歌詞がとても重要なアルバムっていっぱいあると思うんですけど、バックフロムザデッドはリジー・ヘイルがこの1年2年どんな生活を送ってたのか、どんなことを考えてたのか、割とドキュメンタリータッチで、知ることができる歌詞だっていうような気がするんです。その辺どうですか。
Well, thank you very much, Gato. I think that not just because of the pandemic, but I think that as I'm getting older and with each album, I've made it my mission to be more unapologetic about myself, about the things that I go through, and be very honest and truthful about my triumphs and my encouragement, but also the darker side of myself, because kind of like what we were talking about before, the more that you give of yourself to the world and to other people, the more positivity that you actually get back from everybody, and I think that that's one of the most beautiful things about being a songwriter and being a lyricist, is that you can kind of be a voice to the voiceless, and you can be inadvertently there for someone, even if you don't know them and you've never met them. So this is, I guess, what I'm trying to put out into the world. But thank you. Yes, the lyrics are very, very true and near and dear to my heart, and I'm just so glad that it can, even in a small way, help somebody else.
とかやっぱり歌詞、そのアーティストの歌詞っていうのは世界中のファンが共有するものじゃないですか。で、今回のリズィの体験は実は世界中のみんなが似たような体験してるわけですよね。だから非常にその世界中のファンにとっては感情移入が最も強いアルバムになったということも言えるんじゃないかと思います。その辺どうですか。
I think so too. When we were listening to everything back as a whole, I really thought that it's probably one of the most cohesive and thought out records, which is, it's hard to do. It's hard to, everything's hard. It's hard to write a song. It's hard to record the song. It's hard to get all the lyrics right. It's hard to then watch it go out and see what happens. So just that's the way it is. But it's a good type of heart. One of the most beautiful things that happened shortly after the album was released is that almost immediately we had these kids that would come to the shows with the lyrics tattooed on their arms and really have made it a part of their life. And we have a wonderful relationship with our fans. So even even before the album was released, I was kind of hinting at certain things and giving our fans little Easter eggs, you know, to hold on to. But yeah, I agree. I think that part of my mission statement is that if I put myself out there, there's so many people that will not feel like they're alone. And then vice versa, because then they tell me their stories. I'm like, oh, I felt the same way. So, yeah.
さっき復活、コンサートできるようになって最初のコンサートとても緊張したっていうことを言ってましたよね。その緊張していた君たちがバンドがステージに登ってファンのスマイルを見た時どんな気持ちしました？
Oh, that was one of those amazing feelings. Because you never know. The world changed. It changed for all of us, and so it was such a relief. It was a relief to know that not only could we still do this, but there were so many people that really needed it. They needed to be there and screaming their heart out. And there was this big appreciation.
We needed to be there.
Yeah. So exactly.
It was a great energy share. Like we all lifted together, as we do every night.
Absolutely.
It was great to feel it again. It's like first beer when you get out of prison. At least I'm assuming.
I was going to say, tell us about that. How's that?
Well, let me tell you.
When were you? No, it's.
You don't know me, girl.
Yeah, apparently you have some secrets that I have yet to. But no, it's beautiful, and even now versus before the pandemic, I guess the silver lining is that everybody just appreciates it, and everyone's living in the moment, and they're not taking the fact that they have tickets to a show for granted. We're not taking anything for granted. We are just living and breathing in the moment, and it makes obviously the energy better, but it makes it even more magical than it was before.
僕もね、似たような意見なんですけど、実はパンデミックでは我々が分かったことは、ロックンロールっていうのはエンターテインメントとか趣味とかね、そういうふうによく言われるんだけど、実はロックンロールはないと生きられないってことがこの3年間のパンデミックで分かった人が多いと思う。少なくとも僕はそうなんですよ。どうですか、その辺は。
It's true. No rock and roll, no life. That needs to be a T-shirt. But your quote. And absolutely, I agree. And that's one of the most wonderful things about this genre of rock and roll is that it is not just passing entertainment. We are not in it to follow a trend. We're not trying to be anything that we're not. We're not always cool. We're not always at the cool kids table, but we are always here. It never goes away, and it is a lifestyle, and it's part of us. I think about that being, when we were younger, both when you and I were younger, it wasn't necessarily popular to love the kind of music that we love, but we did it because it's a part of us, so I'm sure it would have been a lot easier if we just went along with the crowd all the time, but that's not how we
do
roll.
Rock and roll. We're lifers.
Yeah.
We're in it till the end.
You're gonna have to drag me kicking and screaming off of that stage. You're like, no.
でも今回ね、日本に来てくれて本当にありがとうございます。というのも、やっと日本にもこうやって海外のバンドが来るようになってきて、まだそんな多くないんですよ。そんなに4年ほど前ほど。だから本当に今回の日本公演楽しみにしてると思います。ありがとうございました。
We appreciate you guys for having us. Thank you so much for allowing us to come back into your beautiful country.
I hope we can get back sooner than later.
Yes.
We love it here. Love it.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Masa.
Arigato. Thank you.